Greetings, Zimbabwe, Africa, and the world. Welcome to In Conversation with Trevor. I pray that I find you well. I find you in good health and in good spirits in this pandemic season that we all live in. These are difficult times, uncertain times, times where there's so much pain, so much suffering, times where we're required to do things and to live differently, which is not very easy for all of us. Let me give you an update of what's happened since the last episode. I'm grateful that 11 members of my family who tested positive are now all well. They've tested negative after going into isolation and receiving medical attention, and that's a good thing. But I'm also aware that there's still a lot of us who are going through different stages of what this COVID pandemic season has inflicted upon us. We continue to lose loved ones in hospital, loved ones recovering. It is indeed a tough time, and I'm praying that you find the comfort that's necessary for you to go through whatever you're going through. I thought I would be able to go on. I thought I'd be able to carry on, but I found my mind and my body asking me to slow down. And I've decided to create me time for me to stop and reflect, time to listen to my body, time to listen to my soul, to my spirit, and time to reflect, basically, time to decongest and hopefully give myself an opportunity to touch base with myself, pull myself towards myself, as it were. And that by the time I get back, I'm going to be focused and more energized to give you my very best. So that's what I'm hoping for. Interestingly, in the season of mourning and grief, we were celebrating, or rather we intended to be celebrating our second anniversary. We've had to put that on hold because of what we've gone through. But thank you to you all for the fact that we're celebrating another 2 years, and so much content that we've been able to create, so many lives that we've been able to impact, so many wonderful stories that we've been able to share. We look forward to doing more and more of that as we go forward. What the season has taught me is that it's important to vaccinate. So my message to you is, if you have the opportunity to vaccinate, please go out and get vaccinated. Continue to social distance. Avoid being in crowds. If you're going to be in crowds, then make sure that you've got a double mask. That's what I'm doing. Put on 2 masks for you to be safe, and for those that are around you to be safe. Continue to social distance. Continue to sanitize. That's the season that we're in right now. This is what it requires for us to do. So like I said, as I relax, I'm going to be reading quite a lot, and I want to share with you these books. I'm reading this book at the present moment. It's a powerful book, a book written by the 2 authors that brought us the great book, Why Nations Fail. So I fully recommend that book for you. I'm going to be reading this book as I rest, as I reflect. The other book that I'm recommending to you is a book that James Mshore, who was a guest on this show, did recommend. I went out and bought a copy, and I would recommend that you get yourself a copy if you can, or a soft copy, a hard copy, and read this book. So that's what I'm going to be doing as I reflect, as I relax, as I touch base with myself, as I find closure and healing. I will also be doing adult coloring, reading my Bible, meditating, and praying as I always do. We've created amazing content over the past 2 years on In Conversation with Trevor. So there's a lot of episodes for you to watch whilst I'm away. There's a lot of podcasts for you to listen to, a lot of native videos for you to watch also. I know some of you love binge watching. So my time away, 3 weeks away, is going to enable you to catch up and do quite a lot of binge watching. And do remember that some of the people rather that have appeared on this show are because you have recommended that you want to see them on this show. So we do take your suggestions very seriously. So please do share with us below this video the people that you would want us to have as guests on this conversation, or reach out through our Twitter handles and conversation with Trevor Book Club, or my own handle. So I'm hoping to be back energized, focused, and be able to give you my very best in the next 3 weeks or so when I feel I've rested. So until then, cheers to you all.